The first long-term wealth building strategy in real estate is the buy and hold strategy. This is the bedrock of real estate investing, whereby you are buying a property, you're finding a great tenant to occupy it and pay your rent over the long term, and you're earning your returns in three ways. One, from the cash flow, which is the residual income you are getting after all expenses. Two, from the mortgage pay down, as you pay down the principal of the mortgage over the long run. And three, from the appreciation of the property. Mind you, there is no guarantee that the property will appreciate, but if you have bought right and you have held on to the real estate over the long term, you will likely see appreciation. What are the common financing mistakes for this strategy? The common financing mistake for this strategy is chasing the lowest headline interest rates. And with that, there are two traps that you need to be aware of. The first trap is what I call the product trap, and the second trap is what I call the lender trap. What is the product trap? The product trap refers to the restrictions that may come in with a low interest rate mortgage. Sometimes these mortgages are called no-frills mortgages because they don't come in with much features. So you may see restrictions relating to your ability to take money out to refinance that mortgage, or you may see restrictions that prevent you from switching to another lender. There may be also restrictions in terms of penalties that you have to pay if you sell. Some of these mortgages may be fully closed, so you got to really pay attention to the fine details when you are getting what's called a no-frills mortgage with the lowest interest rate. The second trap is the lender trap. What's the lender trap? The lender trap is when you work with a lender because you are attracted to their interest rates and you qualify with them, but you are unintentionally capping your ability to grow your portfolio down the road. If you're a real estate investor who's looking to acquire multiple properties over time, this is a key point. Let me show you an example. Let's say lender A is offering a great interest rate on the street, and lender B is also offering a good interest rate, but it's higher than lender A. And let's say that this lender will finance up to 3 properties under the product, and they do not care about the size of your real estate portfolio. They don't care how many properties you currently hold. They only care about giving you a maximum of 3 mortgages. But lender B has a limit. They care about the size of your real estate portfolio, and if you have more than 4 properties, they will not do business with you. There are actually lenders like this on the street. So this lender has a maximum limit. They will still do 3 with them, but if your portfolio is greater than 3, they will not touch it. So if you go to them and you already have 4, they will not work with you. Now, if you go work with this lender first because they're offering you a great interest rate and they've done this one and this one and this one for you, and you're now onto your 4th property, right? Then you will not be able to get that property done with that lender. You will have to go back to this lender. What did this do? Well, essentially, on the surface, you could see you can finance up to 6 in total, but because you went to the wrong lender first, you immediately eliminated this lender from your options. But if you've strategically worked with the lenders and you've gone to this one first, did your first 3 and your portfolio was not large enough for them, right? And then for your 4th one, you went here, then you'll be able to keep going. That's what I am referring to as the lender cap. When you're chasing the rate only and you're making your choice to work with the lender based on the rate only, you may unintentionally lock yourself out from additional options that are available to you to grow your real estate portfolio. For your long-term buy and hold strategy, here are your strategic financing solutions and pro tips. To avoid the product trap, pay attention to the type of mortgage you are securing. Look at the fine print, understand any restrictions with respect to equity takeout, for example. Ask questions. Ask about the penalty to break the mortgage. Understand your prepayment privileges. Ask questions about what happens if I sell the property? What happens if I want to refinance with you guys? What happens if I want to switch my mortgage somewhere else? Ask these questions up front. Also, look for important product features, because as a real estate investor, the product features can serve you really, really well. For example, seek advanceable mortgages. Advanceable mortgages are mortgage products that are available with the banks. They come in with a secured line of credit. And as you pay down the principal on the mortgage, the line of credit limit increases. And that is huge for you as a real estate investor over the long run. Imagine having paid down the mortgage on your property, and now you've got a line of credit that has been increasing over time without having to requalify, without costing you anything extra per month. And now you've got it in your back pocket. You've got it in your back pocket as a cushion. You've got it in your back pocket for future investments, for your kids, for renovations. It's huge. So look for that product feature. And lastly, consider 30-year mortgages. As a real estate investor, the amortization plays a big role in your cash flow. You may work with a lender that is offering a higher interest rate, but a 30-year AM, and that will still benefit your cash flow more than taking a 25-year AM mortgage at a lower interest rate. Also, give yourself leeway through a 30-year amortization. You can still cut down the life of the mortgage by controlling your prepayment privileges and exercising them instead of locking yourself upfront into a 25-year AM. So these are the important considerations to avoid falling into the product trap. To avoid the lender trap, you need to think with a portfolio financing mindset versus financing for the current transaction at hand. And for that, you need a plan. That's what myself and my team at Streetwise Mortgages do for our clients. We have developed a framework called the Financing Roadmap. It is complimentary, and through the Financing Roadmap, we'll be able to guide you exactly as to where to place every transaction and with which lender and when. This way, you are avoiding this trap. And this way, every transaction, every mortgage transaction is a stepping stone to growing your portfolio versus a future roadblock. If you want to get a complimentary copy of your financing roadmap, you can reach out to my team through the link in this description.